Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to episode 17 of my Minecraft Stoneblock Survival series. Couple things in between episodes. Last episode, I fought the Ender Dragon, killed it, while also getting killed multiple times due to lag. Oh boy, that really frustrated me. A lot. Probably could hear it in that video too. But, in between episodes, I did some more breeding with the chickens. Ended up getting a rich slag chicken. Well, that was one of the many things. I got 16 10 10 10 lapis chickens, so getting lapis is going to be extremely easy. I also made a new bow. It is a Magma Slime Supremium Longbow. I also gave it the shocking from Electrum, as well as making it hasted, so it only takes 0.95 seconds to have it occur. Right now, I have some slag chickens breeding. I used them to get Phytogrow. But one of the biggest things that happened in between episodes is the fact that I finally made the garden kosh. To get the garden kosh, what you are going to need, once it lets me click it, is 4 glass of any kind, a vacuum tube, 2 treated wood planks, and an iron mechanical component. To get the treated lumber, you have to get... You have to get creosote oil. You get that by burning coal in a coke oven. The coke oven is a multi-block tool that requires sandstone, clay, and hardened clay to make. And you make a 9 by 9 by 9 cube, and then you right click it with the engineer's hammer. To make the vacuum tube, it requires any stained or any glass, nickel plate, a copper wire, and 1 piece of redstone, and it makes, I think, 12. I can't remember for certain. To make the iron mechanical component, it takes 2 iron plates and 1 copper ingot. And those are the main components of what you need. I also made a phytogenic isolator with a couple upgrades, thinking that was what I was going to need. It turned out, didn't need it. I also made a compactor, which is the only way to get I think it was, yeah, it's the only way to get aluminum plates, which sucks. But it's all good otherwise. But what this does is you stick the dirt, whatever seed in there. You can also have it with fertilizer or whatnot, and it will grow the seed indefinitely as long as you've got power and water. Which, from the loot box, I use the cryo-stabilized flux stucks to put the power up top. And I also made this energy battery, which is holding 100,000 RF. But for the water, I made another sink from the cooking with blockheads. And then I just made a fluid extraction cable, which is 4 gold ingots, a dropper, and a weighted pressure plate. Eventually, when I add more, I will make these fluid cables, which is just 4 gold nuggets and 4 sets of brick stairs. And that'll infinitely put water into these. It's being powered by the thermoelectric generator, which uses the difference between the heat from the uranium and the cold of the packed ice to create a high amount of power. I also made an energetic infuser, which allowed me to finally charge the fluxomagnet. But what I will show is that with the use of this rich slag, if I combine it with 1 nitrate and pulverized charcoal or these tiny charcoal, it makes 16 phytogrow, which can be used as a fertilizer. Okay, yeah, it does have a fertilizer mod. But so far, that is allowing me to get the inferium really quickly. I also happen... Oh wait, I already talked about the bow. I also put Fortune 3 via Lapis onto my pick, so I could collect more of the inferium. Briefly forgot the name of the word. Briefly forgot what I was saying. I still have all of these trees going and the plants. Eventually, when I get done, I will move these plants over to them. Now, what I do want to do, tree. Okay. Okay. That should be doable. Nope. Also, I did fight another wither. I need to do one of those on camera at some point, but it really wasn't that what's the word? Eventful? If you get what I mean. There we go. 4 drawers. If I use this around, I need at least, yeah. Okay, so I need to surround 1 with 8 sticks. Okay, that makes 2 of those. Use. I need to get some obsidian. Where's my bucket? Here's the bucket. I'm just gonna wait just a short moment for this to get more in there. But for that time being, this can go right here. Yep, I only need 2 of these. I'm gonna get me some more emeralds, because I think it only takes 2 emeralds to make the emerald one of the upgrades for those boxes. There we go. Okay, got 2 of those. Let's look at the use. Love to stop looking at the raw chicken. Yeah. Alrighty, so I just need 6 more sticks. Since what I need this for is I'm gonna be putting one of these upgrades with the box so it can hold even larger amounts of inferium. There we go. You know, a little bit of waiting would help. Okay, there you go. I'm only making this void upgrade, which destroys any extra, just because at some point I will put upgrades expanding the amount. It's just not a right now kind of thing. Okay. So with this garden coach, this little port here is where the items extract from. And I believe these covered conveyor belts put them directly into whichever thing that you are looking at for them. I think I'm going to do this. Actually, that would look fairly okay, I think. And it acts like a zero. Oh, before I do that, I should probably put the upgrade. Boom and boom. So this can store quite a bit. Now, for these conveyor belts, it actually lets you put it in the direction of whichever way, instead of having to look the right direction. It just, yeah. So right now I've already got almost 2 stacks in there, and as you can tell, it is growing. And immediately, as soon as it grows, takes it out, put via conveyor belt, and puts it into the basic drawer. And now I can no longer climb this. I think I'm gonna put the steel scaffolding right here. And boom. Now that I have that set up, it'll allow me to climb up and monkey my way around. Might as well get its planned and set up for the rest of them. But this was the thing I was excited about, because all I have to do is let it do its own thing. I could eventually upgrade those Inferium seeds with the better ones, but I like how this is going. Also, I made these fluid displays, which, to get them, you surround a glass bottle with just regular glass, you get these fluid displays, which is nice. And then you can right-click them with any liquid. I liked the way that the molten emerald looked, and so I wouldn't be just randomly pouring out all over the place. I right-click it here. The fluid display shows what it is. And you can go from this standstill where the liquid is not moving to moving, which this in a way will make building some things really interesting. Because say, for example, I were to make a pipe hanging from a ceiling per se. Okay, for a moment I thought some of the thing. Oh, hey, I did not realize that the torch's light has a little bit of a pinkish glow to it. Yeah, it does. Wow. It's very faint. I wouldn't have noticed had my eyes not been acting weird. But yeah, so far, this is doing well on its own. And once it reaches the max, it'll just start destroying all the extra, which is perfectly fine, because until then, I won't need to worry about any of the stuff. Oh, hey, I forgot I could fly. But I should show what I did in the end. But real quick, just because I just remembered I had multiple quests I have completed that I have not grabbed yet. Oh, hey, I had 4 completed. Nice. So when I was making the Supremium, I had to go through making the previous ones before that. And that ended up getting me to Supremium. I could technically at some point make Insanium, but that's just insane, and why would I need to do that? Though if I can get this ultimate furnace, that thing is magnifique. Okay. That's some good rewards. I know I had the rainbow bacon somewhere. Is it in... It's somewhere. At some point, I'll also be able to make it, so I'm not worrying about that really right now. At this point, that stone is no longer useless. Ooh. Okay, that's a really good charm. You'd use that with a tinker table to take that 3 prosperity shards, 4 supremium to make the supremium helmet. Normal stuff, right? I'd say that was a really good reward. And a slow growth crystal. Well, I'll just stick these with the rest of these. Ah. But now that I got that done, should probably go put these conveyor belts up. And once I do, I can show off the end. Haven't done a whole lot of exploring, but I've done just enough to make a few things satisfying. And I figured out what happens if you don't pick up your graves, and which in a way is a good thing. No, there's no ender dragon in here. Still, you guys saw me fight that the last time. Oh yeah, I can now fly to an extent, but I made a bunch of solar panels and put them on the ground, because the end is in perpetual daytime, which is why Endermen randomly spawn even if your light levels are bright enough where they shouldn't, they still do. Ooh, I want that panda hat. I'm gonna get that panda hat. And now, after making a new bow, I can two-shot Enderman. Oh, they have such horrible, horrible screams. But if you don't pick up the graves, you will randomly have skeletons spawn from them. So, I apparently one-shot those. They not only spawn the skeletons without bows, they spawn bats. Very rarely, but they do. There's also these bee nests. Hey, the chunk's loaded back. Okay, yeah, there are these bee nests, which you can harvest from, but you'd have to be careful because there's a chance of them biting your ankles, like any bees would. To get to some future areas, you're going to want to go through those end portals, but I recommend making sure that you can fly in some way, because that'll take you out where you can actually farm chorus fruit better. I do know that there's a way of respawning the ender dragon. I can't remember off the top of my head. And this is how you end up with a bunch of unnecessary skeletons. But hey, if you're wanting an early skeleton farm, just come here or just die and leave the grave alone. But yeah, I've done a little tad bit more off camera. There are these resonant ember or resonant endstone things, which I'll just show with this. It randomly teleports you when you walk into it. Yeah, boy. Hopefully I'm still in. Yes, I am. And then you end up getting these resonant clathrate, which you can use with cryothium dust to make ender pearls or melt with a magma crucible into resin ender. Which is what you need for enderium. Which you need platinum. And how exactly do you get platinum? I think there's a chicken. Roosting chicken. How do you get a platinum chicken? You breed a nickel chicken with a silver chicken. Well, but I'd love to show more. But there really isn't much more that I got done in between episodes. I've just been kind of breeding things, growing things, and whatnot. I did clear out this space underneath the end portal because usually, I think for this, you'll have had to have fought the Wither before you can move on to the next step. But if you want an easy way of doing it, you'd create the space underneath the end portal. Probably have a platform there. You'd also cover up the top of the end portal here with something, just say cobblestone, for example. And that, in turn, will keep the Wither from flying around and such. And it'll kill itself by just suffocating in a wall. One of the darkest things I can think of a way to go is to suffocate in a wall. But then you go back through, as long as you have a bed, it'll put you right back over there. I don't understand these dimlets, by the way. It's something I should look into. But how you get them is randomly, when you kill Enderman, you have a chance of getting these dimlet parcels, which have a chance of randomly giving you different things, from a basic energy module to a type controller, material type controller, and circuit control rarity. I don't understand that. I'll probably at some point look into that mod more. But just with that little bit of time between worlds, I've now got still not that much. But it's not bad either. I have another question that I want to try. I'm not sure how this will work. Nope. That don't work. That don't work at all. But what I could probably do is... Ooh! That looks nice. That looks exceptionally nice. I like that. I like that. Oh, I just thought of an amazing thing I'm gonna do with those fluid controllers later. Because I have an idea for the other direction. This way. My thought is building somewhat of a dwarven city, slightly inspired by the World of Warcraft dwarven city. I looked at reference images, but I might just do that kind of thing over there. Make that entire section this way the underground. And in spots, I can have it look like there's lava flowing without it actually being lava flowing, because that can be harmful, depending on the situation. But I hope you enjoyed episode 17. Come back for episode 18, where we will see what I've gotten done next. uh, I don't exactly have a plan of attack on this kind of thing. I'm excited. I have ideas now. I honestly am excited, and hey, we'll see how it goes. Have a great day. Bye-bye.